Hello everyone! I hope you're having a great Saturday. I'm Smita from the blog Smiling Colors, and today I have a fun gift idea that you can make for a little girl. It's a set of coloring note cards in a cute handmade envelope to go with. I'm making this set as a gift for a 6-year-old kid, and I think she will have fun coloring the images in and gifting these to her special ones. I'm using these stencil sets by Stampendous today. Each set comes with 2 stencils, 6 note cards, and a pen. There is this blossom set and the gift one, and also there is the butterfly set which I have already opened out here. They're not plastic, but they're made of metal and are about 4 by 4 inches in size. I like how intricate the designs are. Instead of using the pen that came in the set, I'm using the Tombow Mono twin marker because I'm used to using this one and I know that it won't bleed when someone colors over it later. I'm centering the stencil on the card front, and with the thin tip of the pen, I'm going in and outlining around the stencil. Now a good idea would have been to add a little removable adhesive to attach the stencil onto the card and prevent it from moving, but I thought of that a minute too late. Regardless, it turned out fine, so I'm happy about that. You just need to hold on the stencil firmly and carefully draw along the edges. As part of the Tombow and Stampendous blog hop, I have a giveaway on my blog. I'll share more details about it at the end of this video, so stay tuned. Once I was done with the drawing, I carefully lifted off the stencil, and there you have a pretty note card ready to be colored. For the next card, I'm layering 2 stencils, one on top of the other, to create a whole new stencil. This time I'm adding some Tombow removable adhesive in 2 spots, just to hold the stencils together and prevent them from shifting while in use. I have the butterfly shape on top and the other detailed stencil on the bottom. I'm outlining the areas just as before, and you will see that my pen only moves within the butterfly shape. Now between these stencil sets, you can mix and match the detailed design ones in numerous ways to create many unique designs. Now once done, the stencils come apart easily and you can rub off the adhesive with your fingertips quickly without any damage. That's what I love about the Tombow removable adhesive. To define the butterfly shape a bit more, I'm going in with just the butterfly stencil to add a black outline. So here are the 2 card samples I just made. I also wanted to show you how to package these prettily, so let's start that now. I'm using a 12 by 12 inch scrapbooking paper. Now I have this sheet pre-folded so that in the video I can show you quickly how it comes together. First I fold along the top. This forms the top flap of the envelope. Next I fold along the bottom, pressing down firmly to create a neat crease. Once those are done, I fold along both the sides, leaving a little wiggle room for the cards to fit in there. Using a long pair of scissors, I cut off the 4 corner areas. Cutting these off means that we are not adding all this excess bulk to the envelope. Now you can see how the envelope comes together. I'm also going in and cutting a small V or angle off of the sides. Now to put everything together, I'm adding a generous amount of the Tombow Stamp Runner adhesive everywhere, along the inner flaps and the body. I immediately noticed that I mistakenly added some adhesive onto the underside where it wasn't needed. No worries, this adhesive rubs off easily with your fingertips. This is a permanent adhesive and it will bond the papers together strongly, but during the first few minutes, if you make a mistake, you can rub it off easily or reposition it if you need to. Here is the envelope now, and you can see the cards fit in easily. I'm also cutting off a tiny V again on the flap, just to give the envelope a little bit of design. You can make this as fancy as you want here with your creativity, but I opted for simple because I'm going to be adding a big, girly pink flower onto the top of the envelope. Now to make the flower, I'm using the Blossom stencil by Stampendous. I have 2 more scrapbooking papers in pink and green. I'm carefully outlining the flower shape using the Tombow Mono permanent marker. I'm outlining the center separately so that I can add it on with some dimensional adhesive on top. I'm also just drawing a few leaf shapes to go with the flower. Using a sharp pair of scissors, I'm cutting out the center. Now for the flower petals, I'm not cutting out the scallop-like design on each petal. Instead, I'm just cutting a simple round shape around it. This makes for quicker cutting and the flower still looks beautiful. I also quickly cut out the leaf shapes. Now the flower is almost ready and you can see how it fits perfectly on the envelope. I also want to create an area here to write a name and a few words for the recipient. Now comes my favorite part, adding some color. I'm using dual brush markers because these colors are my favorite. With a pink colored marker, I'm just coloring the tips of the petals and I'm not even trying to stay in the lines particularly because it won't matter after the next step. I'm using the blender pen that comes with the set to drag that pink color from the tips of the petals towards the center. You can see color streaks on the petals, and if you want to, you can go over the whole petal once more with the blender pen to blend the colors delicately and remove the streaks. But I like the streaks on the flower and I let it be like that. I next colored the center of the flower green and added a pink center. I also added a few green lines onto the leaves. Now I'm using my Tombow stamp runner to stick down the little card onto the envelope. I felt that since the flowers had some black lines, the leaves needed a little black too, so I added a few black lines on top. To stick the flower onto the envelope, I'm using more of the Tombow stamp runner, but since I want it to be just on the center of the flower, I'm using a tapping up-down motion to lay small squares of adhesive just in the center. To attach the flower center on top of the flower, I use these Tombow 3D foam tabs. This adds just the right amount of dimension to this flower. And it's all done. A cute little package with 6 coloring cards tucked inside and a little space for the gift giver to write a note with the gift. If you're interested in the stencils and adhesive I used in today's video, I will have a list of everything used in the description box below, as well as on my blog. As I mentioned earlier, this video is part of a Tombow Stampendous blog hop. And if you stop by my blog, you can enter to win a set of the stencils I used today and a big pack of Tombow goodies as well. If you like this video, click here to see a playlist of more coloring videos by me. I love to color and I will be sharing plenty more videos soon. Thanks for spending some crafty time with me today, friends. If you have any questions or thoughts for me, do leave a comment below. I hope this video inspires you to create something special for your friends and family as well. Happy crafting!